Hi, this is Phil and Stephen from SkiTalk.com, and we are really excited to introduce the all-new 2025 Fischer, the Curv GT 85. Now, this is a replacement for the widely popular RC1 86 GT, and the changes they made to this new ski actually were really dramatic. So the question is, why did they take a really good ski and change it? Well, because they made it better. The outgoing model here, dimensions of it of 130, 86, 116 with a 17-meter radius, and our new version here in the reference 175 that also the outgoing model was new one is 133, 85, 118 with a 15-meter radius. Now, we had a chance to ski the outgoing model last year and the years leading up to it, and coming to this new one here, the changes they made actually were dramatic. Now, Stephen, I mean, it's been a couple of years since you've been on that outgoing one, so let's focus on your impressions of the new version.
It was a blast.
That's all we need.
I had a great time. Very stable underfoot. Felt comfortable pretty much wherever I was at. It'll rip too. I mean, it was I had a great time on it. Normally when I get on them and I have a good time, you always want me to get on something else, and I tend to want to stay on it. But no, it was great. I like the look. I think it's great ski all around.
Now, I think they did a really good job with it, and we've been seeing a trend in the industry of manufacturers making skis more accessible. They want to make the skis a broader range, but I think Fischer actually swung the pendulum a little bit to a little more of the aggressive side. The outgoing model, the 86 GT, was a really nice ski. I mean, it had a nice gradual tip rise to it, the 5-point as far as the shape in that tip profile, some taper in the tail. I mean, we could take that ski in almost any condition and it performed really nicely, and actually with not much effort. What I found with this new version of it, we have a little more flair in that tip, a little more purposeful shaped tip, and it's a little bit stronger, and the same thing in the tail. A little more flair in the tail where it allows that tail to really follow through the rest of the ski through a turn. Now, the other thing they changed slightly was the way the ski was designed with their side cut. Fischer went with a triple radius shape on it, which means we've got a little bit longer of a turn radius in the forebody, a longer turn radius in the tail, and a little bit shorter underfoot. So when we're nice and relaxed on a ski, the ski just carved a really nice open turn. But as soon as you really pressured that ski underfoot is when it lit up and came across this hill really nicely.
I would agree. I mean, I feel like you can kind of create whatever turn shape you want with it. You can, take big GS type turns down, but it also move pretty quick if you need it to, and was not bad around the bumps, and so, yep.
One of the things that I've been really impressed with Fischer of late specifically is the way that their skis are finished. Now, we did go with the new top skin on what they refer to as a top foil top skin, which again adds a little more durability to that top skin. But for me, what was more important and what I saw was what they did with the base structures, where we have a really nice margin grind on the ski, which means we've got a really nice herringbone right down the middle here, and then a straighter grind on the outside, allowing that ski to glide in multitude of conditions, yet when we got it up on edge, again, it reacted really nice and smooth. This is a structure we'll tend to see on the top end of race skis, and to see it on a consumer level ski is always really nice, and I think they did a beautiful job with it in that sense. Now, we've got two binding options shown here. The standard binding is their RSW12, which is shown here, but it also is available if you want to upgrade to Tyrolia's Protector binding. So we do have that. The Protector is that binding that has a bilateral release on it. You can see in the little video here and how that heel can release laterally out of in a rear twisting fall if need be. So you do have another level of protection. The other area that Fischer made a change with working with Tyrolia is the way that the plate is added to the ski. Now, what they've done on the plate, and you can see it here, actually how the rail is higher in the front, and what that allows the binding to do and positioning on it, whether somebody has a 265 millimeter shell or a 335 millimeter shell, they're going to get the same exact experience, where traditionally that plate was the same all the way through, and a shorter boot actually would change that ramp angle a lot, and that delta of the binding a lot, and that would change it so you have a little bit different experience. And now we're going to have that same experience no matter what the boot sole length is. So I think that was a huge change and very progressive of Tyrolia working with this new plate. Now, we had a chance early this season to play with this in some different conditions. We had some bumps, we had some big, nice groomers. So, I mean, you playing with the ski in the bumps, what was your impressions of it there?
Pretty easy. There's, nice tail to come around, but I don't feel like it's overly demanding. Doesn't talk back to you too much.
Yep.
It was, again, pretty easy. The stability of it was nice. The
little elevated music here. So, well, we found, again, playing with some different conditions, and fortunately early season this year, we had some firm conditions, obviously, which is not uncommon for early year, but we did have some really nice chalky conditions. So it worked really well in this. Now, this is going to be a 2025 model, but we're seeing an early release on it. So talk to your Fischer retailers now, because we're going to see these skis hitting the floors now. So if you want to jump on an early edition of this ski, you will be able to. Now, this is part of a full collection of the Curve. We've got some narrower versions of it. There's two graphics versions in a 76 and an 80. We've got our 85 here, and there is also an additional 85, which is going to be a 36% more sustainable construction in that ski. So if you're looking for something that's going to help the environment a little more, you can get that version of it. You can see it pictured here. Really nice option of a ski for you. And nice thing is that ski is also available flat. So if you do want to put on a binding of your choice, you don't want to go with one of the systems, you do have that as an option. But overall, this new collection from Fischer, the Curve, I think they did a beautiful job with it. It's a fun ski because, remember, folks, skiing is fun.
How's everybody doing? I'm Henry Rivers.
And I'm Karen Rivers.
And we're with the National Brotherhood of Snow Sports. And we only want to tell you one thing. Skiing is fun.
Enjoyable.
If you enjoyed this informative video, hit that bell, subscribe so that you'll stay up to date on the new videos, and check out SkiTalk.com for more ski-related content.
Also, please follow SkiTalk.com on all of your social media channels. No scenes from Hot Dog the Movie were quoted during the production of this video.